What's up, guys? So, there's a lot of positive stuff going on in the news revolving around Bitcoin. And this is how it works. If you haven't been in Bitcoin for very long, do not let those downtimes get to you. Now, I know everybody has probably felt at some point in the past month or so that they wanted to sell, or at least got nervous, worried, thinking they should maybe sell to avoid further losses. We even saw some expert traders selling. And one thing that I retweeted on my Twitter was some experts that how they do it is they take out their short-term positions in times of uncertainty, and they leave their long-term positions. So like I said in the last video, it might be worth, going through, writing down what are your long-term trades and what are your short-term trades. Now we have a bunch of other news to share with you. Ellen has been talking about Bitcoin on her show. Very good, very positive. All this stuff I'm going to share with you now is going to help revive the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and we really needed it. And if you pulled through and you didn't sell, you did not make any rash decisions, irrational decisions, and acting on, I guess, speculation and listening to the news, then you'll be rewarded in the coming weeks and coming weeks to months. The thing about cryptocurrency that I've learned is that you can predict it. You can predict, especially Bitcoin's trends, but you can not predict the timing. There's so many other factors that come into play. Like I was saying, in November, December, that we needed to go to $8,000 for Bitcoin to regain its healthiness, right? It was going up too drastically. So if we follow past trends, we can see that it needed to go to around $8,000. And once it's done that, the next trend, if you follow the trend, the next thing it would do would go to $30,000, around there, give or take $5,000. So we're going to see an all-time high again. And when this happens, I am, especially if you follow my Twitter, I am going to do a contest, a giveaway for, when we hit $15,000, about $50 worth of Bitcoin. When we hit $20,000, $100 worth of Bitcoin if you follow and retweet that post. Now, I'm also going to give myself a Bitcoin tattoo when it hits $20,000 again, to show my loyalty and, to represent this point in my life where cryptocurrency Bitcoin really excites me. And then in some downtimes, maybe it'll remind me why I got into it and that I'm in it for the long haul. So guys, if you look at the cryptocurrency market cap today, it's very, very positive. Bitcoin is at $10,500. Everything's up. Everything is going uphill. You can see that. Uphill. Right? So EOS is above $10 again. NEO's around $140. Cardano's 40 cents. You can just go down the board. Go down the board. I was saying, IOTA was a good price there at $1 or something, especially because there is public uncertainty, and that's when you want to get into a coin, right? Lisk is doing very well. There's a lot of stuff going on in Lisk, partnerships, side chains, and people using those side chain technology. VeChain was a gainer for this week. Ethereum Classic, and some others. Zcash. Zclassic, doing very well because of the Bitcoin private fork coming up that we mentioned in the last video, how you can get that, when you can get that, and what you need to do. Walton Chain has rebranded. If you can see here, they have a new logo. And that's always good for a cryptocurrency. And look, it's matching a lot of the other ones, but it has went up quite a bit, Walton Chain. And so have some other ones. Ucash, nobody knows how the hell it got pumped all the way up here, but it is. It's half a $500 million worth of Ucash, but when Dodge Cash is worth what is it now? 2 billion. That's not really that surprising anymore. 1 billion to 2 billion. Okay, guys, Ripple was also a big gainer for this week, as well as Litecoin. Although those two I got into a long time ago, and I won't be really buying at these highs. So I always say don't buy Ripple over $1. Let's look here on Twitter. We can see Roger Ver, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin.com. So has this model, probably a Fiverr model, right? With Bitcoin Cash Please on her chest. Now this reminds me exactly of Protium, the Protium scam, where girls were writing Protium on their chest, and they even wrote this exact same words, Protium please. So what is this? Is this bad marketing? Is this someone playing a joke? Is this someone trying to hint and tell you that Bitcoin Cash is a scam? Who knows? These are just questions that come to mind when I see this. As well as the fact that how desperate do you have to be to have to do this? We've only seen like 1 or 2 other ICOs do this with models and stuff like that. And they must be really lonely people to do this. Whale Panda retweets say, how do we promote Bitcoin BCH? We can talk decentralization, on-chain scaling. Roger Ver, I heard some people say there aren't enough women in Bitcoin. So both babes. Booth babes. Marketing. Wow, you're a genius. That's truly Satoshi's vision. Bitcoin Panda, or Whale Panda is awesome. Premium rates in South Korea are back on the rise. We retweeted a post saying that these were dead, basically. The increased rates over in South Korea were dying off. And now with these rates increasing, it shows that there's more hype now in the market. Now I do have to make this video quick, so I'm going to go very quickly through this. Check out my video on how cryptocurrency can avoid mass shootings. Hundreds of crypto miners are descending to Quebec. That's good news for me in Canada here. And we got into oil, and now we're getting into Bitcoin, and hopefully it helps our dollar, because our dollar is worth a lot less than the US dollar. It's worth like 70 cents, but actually the US dollar's crashing, and our dollar's getting stronger, so it actually is worth like 80 cents this week. Altcoin.io, decentralized exchange with atomic swaps. You can get early access now. Bitcoin smart contracts are here. So the White House says crypto regulation not anytime soon. We see an anonymous trader that just bought $400 million worth of Bitcoin. So there's a huge green candle, and that helps the price of Bitcoin. So now a Bitcoin White, where you can get a giveaway. I do all sorts of airdrop giveaways to try to share those with you. A lot of times I don't have the time to do them, but if you do have free time, if you don't have money to invest in cryptocurrencies, it's the best way to start out. If you would have taken the 10,000 free Bitcoin 9 years ago, you would have been one of the smartest people around. So, also we see this man here gives himself a Bitcoin haircut to show his appreciation to Bitcoin. Wow, I got to give this guy credit. He has balls. Not too many people want to do this type of thing. Ellen DeGeneres, if you want to know what Bitcoin is, I learned about it a bit. Ellen DeGeneres talks about Bitcoin on her show. Fibonacci bounce back, Max Kaiser saying. And then we have the full article here, Ellen DeGeneres on Bitcoin, but we're going to go into that a little bit more. So, what else are we going to talk about in this video? We're going to talk about U.S. Arizona State passes a bill to allow tax payments. Microsoft eyeing a role in digital IDs, so self-key, the key. Olympic champion speed skater Ted Jan paid in cryptocurrency. All this plus more when we come back in just 2 seconds. Okay, so let's get right into it. Obviously, you see here, this is not, these are things that are getting passed all the time, but it's just positive, guys. This video is about positive cryptocurrency news. I'll also do a video after about all the regulations and things like that, maybe tomorrow, that are going on. But I want you to be able to choose whether you want to see the positive or negative and know what you're getting into. So Microsoft eyes role for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and decentralized IDs. You can find most of this stuff on my Twitter, guys, as well as get on those giveaways. Olympic champion speed skater Ted Jan Lohman paid in cryptocurrency. So there are almost 3,000 athletes competing at the Pyongyang Olympics, but there's only one who is paid in cryptocurrency. So Canadian Ted Jan, who took gold in the men's 10,000 meter long track speed skating, became the first athlete to be paid in virtual money when he struck a 1-year sponsorship deal with ONG Social, a social network and crypto community. Seek VR, a developer in virtual reality experiences. So he's got these two sponsors. ONG, actually, I signed up for. I should just be using it more. So this is him here. I am very excited to be the first ever crypto sponsored athlete thanks to Seek Virtual Reality and ONG Social for being at the forefront of technology and this great achievement. Looking forward to great relationship and exciting times ahead. So that's just my reminder to hurry the heck up. So that's cool, eh? Also, we have the article here about Ellen that you can check out on Twitter. U.S. daytime television chat show Queen Ellen DeGeneres featured Bitcoin in a recent segment, wondering aloud about its fundamental mysteries with her enthused audience. Pretty cool. This is all positive, guys. This is amazing because there must be people doing long orders now, and I can check that. But this video is already too long. But it's nice to look into it and see if it coincides with are there more dominant future and exchange short positions or long positions when you see negative or bad good news, and see how much influence the media actually has, or people can how easily people can get stories onto mainstream media and into the heads of people through social media, right? Anyone can create a website nowadays. So Starbucks places a down payment on blockchain vision. Really, really cool. Also, Z Classic here, it's up to around $160. Get it now. It might be going down slightly before I think it'll go hit around $200 right before this Bitcoin private fork that's happening on February 28th, just to remind you guys again. MIT professor raises $4 million to build a better blockchain. That's good because Ethereum, with all the regulation, with all the ICOs that are not necessarily so legal, with the fact that it's not so decentralized as people might want it to be, and a bunch of other things going on, yeah, we could use a better mainstream blockchain. Now we do have Neo, we do have Lisk, we do have NEM, we do have lots of good blockchains, but we could always use an MIT-backed one that's created in a university. Game maker Atari is planning to launch its own cryptocurrency. So the video game company that's behind games such as Pac-Man and Pong is planning to launch its own cryptocurrency dubbed Atari Token. Wow. Is this ever going to stop? We saw that United States was looking into creating a law to make it to not allow companies to use the word blockchain in their to use the word blockchain just to get hype and things like that, or at least look into the companies that are. One company being Kodak, that I think was a big fraud, big scam for them to say they're having an ICO, say they're going to do build all this mining equipment, because then they canceled the order for all this mining equipment. So that'll tell you something right there. They didn't plan to follow through. They just wanted their stocks to go up in value. And can you blame them? Crypto asset lending startup BlockFi raises 1.55 million. So lending startup, this is actually not like a lending platform. This is if you are holding cryptocurrency. So the company does deal with crypto assets. It otherwise functions as any other lender. Clients' crypto assets are held by a registered custodian, and loan performance data is reported to the major credit because to update the borrower's credit scores. That's pretty cool, guys. So you can get a loan. You don't have to cash out your crypto. You can get a loan and keep your crypto in your crypto assets. And just because you have that cryptocurrency, they'll give you a loan, right? Plus, it'll help your credit score. Spanish government eyes tax benefits for crypto companies. This is very good. Not everyone is against cryptocurrency. There's only very few people, and they have motives. If you don't love it, you hate it. So, U.S. tax filing service says only 0.04% of customers reported crypto to the IRS for 2017. We're not really over, they can't say for 2018 yet, but the U.S. 2018 tax filing season began January 29th, and the deadline to submit tax returns is April 17th. To remind you guys, if you do plan, I do plan to, cover some at least. You don't want, they're attacking Bitcoin and crypto right now, so you don't want to be the target of that attack. So it's always good to claim some, because they'd rather you claim some taxes and do it wrong than to not claim it all and try to avoid tax laws. There actually are laws, tax evasion, if you will. So do you want to be looking over your shoulder for the rest of your life? Do you have your cryptocurrencies off of exchanges? Because if they're on exchanges, we see in South Korea now that they can seize your money, and they can take down exchanges that are that criminals are using to launder money and things like that. So, the fact that people aren't paying taxes, I like to see that people are challenging that, because our generations, we see that as absurd. The fact that the government wants a third of our income that we work hard for. So I do like the fact that people are challenging this, although it does make us all, it makes them out to get us all, right? So if more people were paying, then a few people can get away with it. But since nobody's paying taxes, it's actually, I think, half of the reason why we're getting all this regulation and governments talking negative about Bitcoin and all this stuff, right? Because they're missing out on billions of dollars. So Weiss cryptocurrency ratings issue fresh tether alert. This gets into the negative news though, so I'm going to stop here, and we'll share with you all the regulations that are going on in Washington, D.C., Capitol Hill, and things like that in our next video. Spending 3 companies and all sorts of stuff. We'll get into that later. So guys, have a great one. I hope that I shedded some light on the cryptocurrency situation and brought back confidence in at least one person. Okay guys, peace.